selected vessel. Every near miss you have ever avoided was not a result of good fortune. It wasn't a coincidence. The world did not choose to harm someone else while sparing you at random. The vehicle that came to a stop just inches from you. That illness, which the doctors thought would get worse, subtly changed direction. That act of betrayal that was intended to harm you, but was stopped before it had a chance to do so. That night, something ominous was going straight for your family when it abruptly reversed course, for reasons that no one nearby could rationally understand. Throughout your life, you have been gathering these moments without really comprehending their significance. You put them under good luck, fortunate timing, and things that just happen sometimes. However, I'm here to tell you that none of those instances were coincidental, and I can demonstrate it since I was the one who turned each of those circumstances. And your life is currently protected by the same shield that stopped each of those assaults. Your life is covered, even if it is as powerful and energetic as it has ever been. Nothing produced in our world is used to make it. It cannot be bought for any amount of money, constructed by a human hand, or forged with your own might. It is my blanket, timeless and ancient, woven from my own splendor, strengthened by my own power, and held together by a love so great that nothing in the entire universe could ever destroy it. One crucial fact was overlooked by the enemy as he examined your life and devised his attack plan: that I would fill the void, that there would be an insurmountable wall between you and him. It is a wall of fire that is impervious to darkness, weapons, and schemes. It is neither a thin veil nor a transient barrier. You don't realize how long you've been living under this cover. Remember your entire life arc, not just the most recent season. Consider the times when something was on its way to you, but abruptly diverted away, as if it had been rerouted at the last second by an unseen hand. Consider the near accidents. The ones where the course of events was so near disaster that you could feel the chilly wind blowing past without coming into contact with you. The betrayals that were thwarted before they could fully materialize. The illnesses that were prevented from spreading throughout your body and becoming irreversible. The enemy meticulously planned to harm your family relationships and finances. Plans that for some reason didn't work out and that you couldn't properly explain to someone else. You found yourself using words like fortunate or lucky when people asked you how things worked out because you lacked a natural vocabulary to adequately convey what had truly occurred. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't a coincidence. The shield was that. That was me actively acting on your behalf, putting my power in the way of the harm intended to destroy you. Your life's narrative has evidence of my protection in areas you've probably forgotten. You passed by those moments without really analyzing what happened and what didn't. Every near miss, every unanticipated turn, and every instance in which something that ought to have shattered you failed to do so. The person standing over you has these fingerprints. I want you to comprehend the structure of this defense that I have constructed around your life. Because realizing it will alter your perspective. It will alter how you respond to challenges. It will change your spirit's posture from one of nervous alertness to one of firm, unwavering assurance. Being confident does not mean that one is unaware of potential dangers. Knowing what prevents you from facing any threat is what gives you confidence. And that understanding completely alters the way you move through the world. Think about what it means that I am your stronghold. A fortress was more than just a building made of stone and mortar when an ancient city was in danger of being attacked. It was an assertion of authority. Every oncoming force could see the declaration that the people within were protected by a higher authority than the one launching the attack. The walls served as more than just a physical barrier. They declared to every enemy army on the horizon that there was a defender inside, that the attack would not be uncontested, and that the force needed to breach those walls was larger than what the enemy now had. My presence in your life proclaims that. You're not standing in an open field with nothing between you from any potential threats. You have been taken inside the most powerful fortress in history, one whose defenses have never been broken, whose gates have never been forced open by any force that put them to the test, whose foundation, throughout all of eternity, has never shattered under any attack. Every force that has ever challenged this stronghold has been vanquished. The fortress is impregnable, not because the attacks were feeble. The helmet of salvation I put on your head is not only ornamental. It is not a ceremonial item that is only worn in official religious settings. Your thoughts, reasoning, feeling of self, and comprehension of who you are and whose you are all protected by active living. The enemy is terribly aware that the mind is the main battlefield. He is aware that he can paralyze you from the inside without ever delivering a visible blow from the outside if he can seize your thoughts and fill them with uncertainty, fear, and a warped, darkened view of your situation. An external jail is not necessary for someone who is immobilized by their own ideas. The enemy has spent a great deal of time studying the structure of the human mind, and he knows exactly where to apply pressure to do the most damage with the least amount of effort. In the calm places, he murmurs. When the cacophony of the day fades and you are left with your own thoughts, he speaks. He alludes to impossibilities, realities he maintains are unavoidable, consequences he portrays as inevitable conclusions, and futures he paints in the darkest hues. He takes actual challenges and presents them in a way that makes them appear unchangeable, permanent, and ultimate. He paints the worst possible picture of your existing circumstances and then waits in silence to see whether you would accept it as the complete and true picture of your life. However, the areas he targets are covered by the helmet I've given you. It protects the doorway to your mind. It establishes itself as a firm notion inside your mind by filtering what is permitted to go through. It covers your identity so that the reality of the helmet reminds you that you are well known even when the enemy claims you have been forgotten. The covering indicates that you are being held when he says you are abandoned. The helmet declares over you that you are precisely the kind of person I have always aimed for when he says you are too broken to be utilized, too inconsistent to be trusted, and too distant from the version of yourself that could be chosen for something major. It's not because I'm flawless or have a stellar spiritual record. Rather, it's because my grace is operating through a willing vessel that hasn't given up. There have been deliberate attacks on your heart, not a widespread, unfocused strain. Deliberately precise strikes that target the core of your identity. I am fully aware of this, as someone who has seen every blow to the core of your personhood, not as a general comment about the human condition. The enemy has sent disappointments intended to accomplish a single goal. Calculate how much hope you have. When disappointment occurs repeatedly in a pattern, it affects the human heart in a unique way. It persuades you that the issue is hope itself. You wouldn't be injured if you simply stopped expecting, hoping, and trusting. Therefore, the disappointments are not coincidental. They are tactical. They are intended to prevent you from adopting the very attitude of receptivity that permits my promises to enter your life. For the same goal, he has intentionally caused relationship problems, wounds designed to prevent you from being vulnerable. To retreat into a protective distance that prevents the depth of connection that is a part of your heredity and design, while also keeping you technically safe from being harmed again. He has permitted recurring cycles of hardship in particular aspects of your life as my kid. The same space, repeatedly going through what seems to be the same routine in an attempt to persuade you that some doors would always be shut for you. That some of the biblical promises were never truly intended for you. That you need to grieve and let go of the wonderful concept that is the breakthrough you have been relying on me for. The goal of each and every one of those tactics has been the same. Your heart, and more especially your ability to maintain your faith in the face of persistent evidence to the contrary. For this reason, I gave you the breastplate of righteousness, rather than the righteousness you created by acting flawlessly, maintaining discipline, and making perfect daily choices. My righteousness is the kind that was permanently set over your heart. It has nothing to do with what you have done, and everything to do with what I said about you when you first came to me. Performance did not win that breastplate, nor does it sustain it. When you trip, it doesn't go away. When you don't maintain your spiritual discipline at the degree you would like to, it doesn't rust or weaken. I used my own hands to secure it over your heart. Furthermore, the enemy has no power at all to free it. He shoots arrows of humiliation at your heart because of the things you have done that you are powerless to change. Unworthiness arrows across the distance between your current self and your ideal self. Arrows that hold the memories of your most regrettable and humiliating mistakes. They hit the armor and tumble to the floor. They fail to destroy what they were supposed to. Your heart is safe. I designated myself as its protector, not because you did a fantastic job of protecting it. The barrier of faith that protects you from the enemy's flaming arrows is dynamic. The onslaught comes from a single, unchanging direction, yet the wall is not stationary. It is in motion. It follows your movements. It adapts to every attack angle, every change in the adversary's plan, and every shift in the direction of the pressure. The shield adapts when the enemy shifts and fires in an unexpected direction, when the attack originates from subtle internal whispers that eerily resemble your own voice rather than from overt external pressure, or when it occurs in situations that appear perfectly normal but carry a depressing weight. And you've established yourselves. You're protected. You are in the hands of God, who creates unbreakable things and uses all of his unwavering, eternal power to defend what he has selected. Every tomorrow that comes after this one will have the same shield over your life as it has now. Every season you go through, every change you make, and every new chapter that begins once this one ends. The covering follows your movements. When you move forward, it doesn't stay behind. When you are summoned forward into new territory, it does not wait for you at the old address. The shield of my protection travels ahead of you wherever I call you and settles there before your foot reaches there. No matter where I take you, my presence has already built a stronghold there before you ever walk in. For you, this is who I am. You live by this every day of the life I've given you. The certainty that you are protected, established, and kept by the one whose power has no boundaries, and whose love for you is unconditional and unending, rather than a hazy hope that things will somehow work out. Nothing that is created against you will succeed. Take a position within it. Live off of it. Every time pressure attempts to tell you a different story about who you are, what covers you, and how your life will turn out, let it be the line you go back to. When your opponent murmurs the opposite, let it be the statement you make aloud. When all else seems uncertain, let it serve as the cornerstone beneath your feet. Let it be, since it is accurate, and the speaker has never uttered anything that did not stand. Amen. Take a moment now to share this message with someone who needs to be reminded that they are shielded by God's love if it struck a chord with you today. To get this blessing over your life and over everyone you care about, type Amen in the comments section below. In order to ensure that you never miss a message that God may have prepared especially for this point in your journey, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You are not here by coincidence. All of the words in this message were selected specifically for you. Whenever fear tries to persuade you that you are vulnerable and defenseless, return. Let this message serve as a reminder of the armor that protects you, the fortress that envelops you, and the God who stands between you and anything that would attempt to reach you.